Aloy Ejimakor urges end to Nnamdi Kanu's trial, declares it illegitimate. In a recent statement, Aloy Ejimakor, the special counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the Indigenous people of Biafra, has called for widespread opposition to Kanu's ongoing prosecution. Ejimakor argues that Kanu's trial, rooted in what he describes as an illegal extraordinary rendition, is fundamentally illegitimate and should be condemned by all who value the rule of law. This sentiment echoes the stance of IPOB leadership, which has previously expressed a vote of no confidence in the Nigerian judiciary, citing systemic bias and lack of impartiality in handling Kanu's case. Ejimakor's statement emphasizes that while some individuals and civic groups have pledged to monitor Kanu's trial as a show of support, the very existence of the trial is a miscarriage of justice. He asserts that Nigeria's prosecution of Kanu, following his forcible return to the country in June 2021, violates international law. According to Ejimakor, the extraordinary rendition, a state-sponsored kidnapping, strips Nigeria of any legitimate authority to try Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot be tried on the basis of the infamous extraordinary rendition that saw him to Nigeria, Ejimakor writes, urging supporters to oppose the trial entirely rather than merely ensuring its continuation. To contextualize his argument, Ejimakor draws a historical parallel with the attempted kidnapping of Umaru Dikko in 1984. Dikko, a former Nigerian minister, was targeted for extraordinary rendition by the Nigerian government in London. The operation failed, leading to significant consequences. Britain arrested and convicted 4 suspects, expelled Nigeria's High Commissioner, and severed diplomatic ties with Nigeria for 2 years. Crucially, Britain rejected Nigeria's subsequent requests to extradite Dikko, citing the illegality of the rendition attempt. Ejimakor argues that this precedent applies to Kanu's case, asserting that Nigeria's actions have similarly forfeited its prosecutorial jurisdiction. No valid prosecutorial action can proceed from such a manifestly criminal conduct by a state, he states. Ejimakor further contends that international tribunals have condemned Nigeria's actions against Kanu, reinforcing the illegality of his detention and trial. He warns that supporting or monitoring the trial inadvertently legitimizes a grievous state crime that should shock the conscience of all who uphold justice. Instead, he calls for a unified push for Kanu's unconditional release, urging supporters to join the train for his freedom before it reaches Aso Rock, Nigeria's seat of power. Family Writers Press International.